Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming to Sunday Functioning Chat with Kettle Kitchen. And as of right now, Tiffany from Mudd Mascara.
Hello.
I don't like this dual screen thing. I'm discombobulated. How's that sound? And it's hot where you're at. It's muggy where
Yes,
I'm at.
it is hot.
Yeah. Anyways, I want to say hi to everybody for coming in. What we are doing is we have decided to move forward trying to show you how to set up a mock collaboration step by step. Our insights, inputs. This is how we would do it, how we wouldn't do it, what we feel for the success of the collaborations we do. These are the things we do, and we're running Tiffany technically through the collaboration wheel,
Yep.
and, and she's enjoying it.
Mhm. Yep.
All right, just want to say hi to everybody inside. Don Hartwell, thank you for the comment you left. That was
Mhm.
very cool.
Sweet.
Dark Lord Minute, as always, thank you. Mudd Mascara Homestead's with us. That's kind of cool. Kind of shady, so watch out for her, I've heard.
Yeah.
Jamie's Country Living is in with us too. Sunday
Very
must
good.
be slow today. There's
Yeah.
not a lot in here, so
Mm-mm.
but that's fine. People can catch it on the replay if they choose, and we will still go forward. So, anything you
Mimi
want to
just
throw in?
Mimi just came in.
Oh, yes, she did. Hello. How are you? Thank you for coming in.
Nothing other than it's hot.
Okay. I'm concurring that point with you 100%.
Mm.
Thank you. Jamie's Country Living shared us out. So, thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. So, where we left off last week, so this is a running series we're going to be doing until we get well, we've already started and we're trying to get to the end of how to run a collaboration. So, just real quick, we went through 5 things you should do when you're hosting collaboration. Pick an idea, make a catchy title, make a list of the channels that you're going to invite, pick a month or time that works best for you, and always communicate, communicate, communicate. Okay.
Mhm.
Those are important things. So, if you would like, again, could you refresh everybody's memory? Which name of your collaboration did you come up with?
So it's Spice Timber for
Okay.
September from Mud and Mascara Homestead, but we don't know how long yet.
Right. And that still will be decided, which I think we'll save like 5-10 minutes towards the end to sum that part of it up
Mhm.
because based on the responses you got,
Right. Right.
will dic- will dictate that a time frame in theory.
Mhm.
So, all right. Hello again. I did say hi to Rhonda. Thank you for coming in. Michelle Big Valley Living is in with us. She put out a video about an hour ago or so talking about her cancer journey. And if you haven't watched it, take time to
Mhm.
listen to it and watch it because it's very interesting. And I think her approach to it might help somebody. So
Right.
just throwing it out there. All right. So we're moving forward. So we're going to do a lot of sharing today. And I hope that you guys can read the screen. That's going to be the hardest part for you guys today, but it will be there. And if you can't see it on your phone, maybe you can go to a different device later and re-look at the information. If you have any questions, bring them on over, send them to me or Tiffany. We'll try to answer them as we can. And if we can't, maybe we can bring them to the next show and then we'll try to answer those questions. So, all right. So we're going to share the screen, is what we're going to do. And I'm going to switch over to the actual one. Say, okay, so basically, what we in a mock situation sent out 30 invitations. Am I correct?
Mhm.
Okay, just to save channel names and all that, I just went with channel one, channel two, channel three, channel four, channel five, on down to 30. Let's pretend that's their channel names. Okay. because every bit of their information also flows that way. Their channel link, the channel handle, channel email. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I just threw numbers in there. And so out of the 30 you got,
Mm-hmm.
you ended up with two no's, two not sure's. Everybody else was a yes. Okay.
Okay.
And actually, I was going to wait till the end, but we might as well address it now because this is part of what we were just talking about. How long is it going to be? So if you have 26 channels that have said, yes, I want to do it, what would you think that would imply? How
You
many
mean
days?
26? No.
Okay, that's a little bit more than I was looking for.
I would say you could double up and do 2 weeks,
Right.
make it fast and over.
Right. So you do at this point you have two options. Do I run one video a day for 30 days, still
Mm-hmm.
having to find four other channels to fill the four spots, or convince the not sures to do it, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could do like you said, do it down to two videos a day for the number of weeks you would have for to fill the number you have. So if you have 26, that'd be 13 days you'd need to fill at two videos a day.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
then you could do the prize on the 14th day.
and you could do the prize on the 14th day. And it
Yeah.
sounds like that's kind of the way you want your Mach collaboration to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way it's fast
Right.
and
So
over with.
and it also saves you having to go out and look for other channels to join. I mean,
Right.
there is a
And
positive to that.
I think when you double up too, if somebody, can't do it or don't do it, you kind of have a fallback.
Right. Right. So the other thing I'm going to throw in here is let's assume none of these channels had a specific, like I'd prefer it on a Saturday.
Yikes, Tony's left me. Okay, he's back. I was like, oh
Gotta love the internet.
no.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay,
If I have to, I'll hop in on the computer, but it'll be very choppy at times. So,
okay.
okay. Um, what I was gonna say is at this point, then you've already decided you're gonna do 13 days, 14th day giveaway. You know which channels, or now the channels have responded to you. None of them had a specific date they wanted to do, they couldn't do, scheduling conflict or anything. We're going to assume that. Okay.
Okay.
So at that, we now move over to the other thing, which is now you got to make a calendar. Okay.
So how do you get to this? I know
Okay.
you've already got it set up, but how would somebody who doesn't know how to do this
Okay.
go
So,
do this?
well, let me bring up another page. So give me just a second to do that, and I'll show you exactly what I would do. Okay.
Ginger said, "Don't freak out." I was like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
don't freak out. That would be
Don't
the
you?
best thing. Yes.
This is why I do not do lives because I tend to just go,
Blah. Oh,
"What do I do?"
it's okay.
Yeah,
You've done lives before, sister, and I know
I
push
know.
come to shove, you'd walk yourself through it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So I'm gonna get into my information. Okay, there it is, right there. Okay, so you guys can't see it. I understand that, but I got to go over here, remove this out of it, and then I'm going to share a different channel. Okay. Well, not different channel, different screen, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, before we go there, let's talk about this. So you have to come up with a list of the channels that you want to invite. What I would recommend doing, just because you have a better connection with channels, write a list of everybody you can think of
Hmm.
to invite. Okay. What I would typically do, and it's honesty, it's just the way my community is set up, I'm going to write down Dale and Lisa. I'm going to write down Tiffany. I'm going to write down Ginger. I'm going to write down Joey. Even if it's not something they do, put their names down in a list first. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All the way down Angela's, Leanne's. It just keep going. Any channel you can think of, or if it's a channel that's new that hey, they may want to do this, and I would love to send them an invite. It's all about you putting your list together the way that you want the content creators to join or not join, I guess is the
Right.
easiest way to put it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. In doing that, you've now well, I'll go back and share this screen again just for the giggles of it when it pops up. I think it popped up. Is it up on your screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So number one is channel one. Okay. I'm going to write, let's say channel one is Mudd Mascara. Okay.
Okay.
And channel two is Kettle Kitchen, just assuming I'm not Kettle Kitchen. Okay.
Okay.
Those two channels I want to invite. So I got to go through and find out all of their contact information, their channel link, their handle names, that kind of stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that? Well, here's the easy approach to that. Whoops. No, I don't want to change my name. I'm going to remove that. Too many things to try to remember what I'm doing here.
You got it.
Okay. So at Kettle Kitchen, please let me know when it pops up because mine's being delayed.
It's there.
Okay. At the very top, you have right here, you have the channel name. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the easy part. So in the channel name on that spreadsheet we did back on Google Docs, I would put in Kettle Kitchen under channel name. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm already here and I can get some information. There's the channel handle right there.
Yeah.
Whoops, right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I can copy and paste that and put that over into that document as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other thing I can get? Well, I'm on Kettle Kitchen's website, so I could go up here and get the channel link. You guys can't see it, but it's up above at the top in the address area, okay, on your web browser. So you could copy and paste the channel, YouTube channel link. I've got the channel name and I've got the channel handle. Well, the only other thing I got to look for now is how do I contact, which is the email theoretically at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go over here to the About page. I'm going to scroll down and on my page, I have put my email address out in the open so you don't have to go through the looking for it part. It's right there on my page. I could copy that, put it up into my Google Docs. Now I've got all of Kettle Kitchen's information I need. Okay. The other option is to click View Email Address, which is down here. Take that blue off there. Now you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I would click on that, and there you go. Sometimes it'll make you go through a process of verifying you're not a robot. Okay. You'll have to do that. But I can right click on that and copy email address right here on my screen. So I would hit copy. I'd run over. Let me bring this down and then I can bring the other page up.
Now, while you're doing that, you can only do so many of those a day, right?
5 a day is all you're allowed.
Okay.
Yep, 5 a day. So now I could come over here and I could, like I said, I could type in Kettle Kitchen. I already copied the channel link into this spot. I've already copied the channel handle in here. Then when I copy and pasted the email address, then I'm putting it there. I've got all of Kettle Kitchen's information. I now move down to channel 2. Same process all the way through. It's all about getting your list together. Once your list is together, that's when the work. And to me, I'll be honest with you, I think this is one of the hardest parts of the job.
Mm-hmm.
Putting all this information together. Yes, it's a pain in the butt. Yes, this, that, and the other. But it is a step that we each would have to go through and we should go through so that we are not relying on another collaborator's list or getting somebody's email information they don't want out, per se. Okay.
Right.
All right. So now we've done that. We've gone through. We've decided that we're going to do 13 days of videos, 2 videos a day, and the 14th day will be the live giveaway. Okay.
Mhm.
So now I'm going to switch over to. So hold all that information in your head for a half second. Okay. Or 2 or 3. Now we need to make a calendar. I do it this way. This is the way I've always done it. And it's the way I will continue to do it because it's easy. I know what I'm doing and I can just rush through and do it. Okay.
Mhm.
I take line A, I right click on it. And again, this is in Google Docs. It's free, it's online, doesn't
How do
cost
you
you
do
anything.
that? How do you
How do
set up a doc?
you would ask me that, wouldn't you? Okay. I didn't know I was going to be the teacher for the day in the sense, but that's fine because I do get the importance of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because this is so easy, y'all. The people that are in here, because if you look on that on where Tony is right now, see that little blue square? He's on there. Okay, and
Yes.
if I go onto the front page, I'm
Oh,
right here.
you're the green square up above, up
So
here,
yeah,
or where?
we
There you are now.
and
Okay.
we can be working on it if you have a co-host at the same time. So it's
So
either
the
you.
blue square is always the person that's the owner of the document. All
Mhm.
the other colored squares, when you go over them, it'll tell you which person it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, let's do it this way. What I'm going to do is give me a second here. Okay. So I'm going to switch over to Sheets. This is all Google Docs. It's all a part of the program. And I'm going to go blank. We're going to start from fresh. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm going to hit the blank. First thing you're going to do before anything is you're going to, once it loads, it's trying to load. There it goes. You're going to go up to this untitled spreadsheet up here. You're going to,
We're,
I
we're,
double right there.
we're,
Hold on a second. Oh, you're not in there because I'm not sharing it with you yet. Hold
yeah,
on.
I
That's
was
why.
like, yeah,
I was
something's
like, what do you mean? It's right there.
not
Sorry.
I was like, something's not right.
Okay. I got to stop sharing the other one, do this one, and we'll go to the untitled spreadsheet.
Okay. And this you get off of your Google account.
Yes, you have to have a Google account. Now, that doesn't mean you have to actively be using Google email, but you
Mm-hmm.
will have to set one up, I think, or you can use an existing email to tie
Mm-hmm.
the two accounts together so that you are showing you have access to it. That's all it is. You don't have to pay for it, doesn't cost you anything. That's the worst part of it. Okay. So I'm going to go back because you guys didn't see that. Okay.
Now, where are you at there? Because I'm
Okay.
looking at my Google. So would I click on my face up in the right hand corner?
Okay, I'm gonna walk through this all the
Um,
way.
Lenny,
Boy, Tiffany, you're making this a hard one for me.
look, when I go to create a doc, I'm going to go back to this video every time, I
Okay,
swear.
fair enough.
Because
Fair
I
enough.
have issues trying to do this. That's why I'm like, could you start from the very beginning?
Hello to everybody that's come in. I know a bunch of you
Yes,
have. I know that Lynn the Oki's in. I know Ginger's in here because I seen her,
yes,
but I can't scroll right now. Thank you for everybody being here. We
yes,
appreciate it. Okay.
yes.
All right. So we're gonna walk through what do I do from start to whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So up in this bar I have, I'm going to type Google. You can't see it because it's up above the show line, so deal with it. All I type in the address or search bar is Google Docs. Okay.
Okay.
And I click on it. Here's what comes up on my screen. Right there, it says Google Docs. Right there. Well, I
Let me
hope you
look.
can see it.
Yes. Okay. I'm doing the same thing you're doing.
Okay. I'm going to click on that link and it's gonna pop over. Well, at some point, I hope it's gonna pop over. Why didn't it pop over? Oh, because it's moving to a different window. So you got to bear with me. I got to show this one now. Okay, we're in Google Docs. So when I click the link off of the search engine page, Google Docs, this is where it took me. Okay. Now it automatically links up my private account. I have to go over to the picture up in the right hand top corner. I have to click on the kettle kitchen part because that's what I need. So now I'm going to bring it down and you guys are going to lose that part. And then I got to share the other one.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's just a process because it doesn't like what I'm doing, is why. Okay, so now I'm on my home Google Doc page, but I need it to be a spreadsheet. So over here in the left-hand corner are 3 lines, says main menu, and I'm going to go down to sheets.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to bring up sheets. Oh, luckily it went right to it. I don't have to go through anything.
Yep.
Then this big yellow, red, blue, green plus sign up here at the top,
Mm-hmm.
it's a blank. So I'm going to click on it. Okay. And it generates a new page.
Gotcha.
Okay. At the top, and I'm going to highlight it so you can see it, untitled spreadsheet. Put your name of your file in first before you do anything else so you don't get lost in 20,000 untitled pages on in your drive for Google. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to call this Spice Timber 2. Okay.
Okay.
And then I hit enter. It's loaded it. It's now saved into my drive. I don't have to worry about that page going anywhere. It's there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That being said, I'm now going to build a calendar. Here's the easiest way to build a calendar. Okay.
Okay.
Highlight row or column A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right click it. Go down to resize column
Mm-hmm.
and make it 231.
Okay.
Then hit OK. Now all of a sudden, that's moved over and done that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to go and do that for 6 others. Same exact thing. All 6 of them. Right click, resize. Down at the bottom, it says resize columns B through G.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to make them all 231. I'm going to hit OK. They're now all the same size.
Okay.
Okay. Here's one thing people get to struggle with. I can't see everything I'm working at or
Mm-hmm.
working on in the screen. So if you come up here, it says 100%
Mm-hmm.
in the zoom window. I'm going to change that to 75%. There you go. Now I can see
Okay.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Across this top line, I'm going to type the word Sunday in capital letters. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to do Monday. Going to go to the next one. I'm going to do Tuesday, and so on. You get the point. We all know what the calendar days are. Friday, and then Saturday.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take this first one. Okay. I've highlighted the cell and I'm coming up here to the cell borders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to come over here down to the right hand bottom corner, border style. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to the third one down.
Mm-hmm.
That's border thickness, is all that is. But I want this border around the box that I've highlighted. So you go to outer borders right there, click it once, and there you go. Now Sundays has a thick black box around it.
Right.
Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the way down the rows, and I'm going to go to 50. I'm going to right click, resize rows 1 through 50, and I'm going to make that number 39. Hit OK. There you go. They're all sized exactly the same in that highlighted area. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm coming back up here. If you want to do something to every character within the sheet you're looking at, which is what I'm going to do, and you'll understand why here in a second, there is a little box right in the corner of the 1 and the A. And it's right there. Okay. I'm going to click on it. It's going to highlight the entire sheet. I'm going to come over to the font. I'm going to make it Times New Roman. And I'm going to plus size the size to 12. Okay. Now I'm going to highlight each one of these cells here. I'm going to come up to the horizontal alignment, make it in the middle. Now they're all centered in each one of those cells. Okay. What I've not done is a black square around each one of these boxes. So I'm going to go through and do that now. I've already got the format done. I'm just doing the cell border. So that's pretty simple in that way. There's not really much to it. You're just repeating the process. All right. So I got that done. Okay. Not knowing how many channels I'm putting in on which days for sure yet. This is a very basic standard calendar. I'm going to make sure there's 3 lines that I can type on and 1 is for the date. And you'll understand here in a minute, but just for what I'm trying to show you, we're going to call it 4 rows. Okay. But I want them all to be the same so that I'm looking down in column A. They're all the same width, the same height, because the rows are all lying the same way. So I don't have to worry about that. But like I said, I want 4. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to go back up to the borders again. Same thickness I had from the one before. And I'm going to click outer border. See what it's done? It's given me a box with 4 lines I can type in, all equally aligned. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to highlight the same 4 boxes. And I'm going to hold the control button and press the C as in Charles button. That copies. Now I'm going to move over to Monday in the first slot. I'm going to hold down the control button and press the V like in Victor. It just created the same exact thing I had in the other column.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I'm going to go through and do that with each one of these. Okay. So we have a week, right?
Right.
How many weeks possible in a month's time?
4.
I'm going with 5 because you have half weeks sometimes in the beginning or the end.
Right.
Okay. So I don't need to repeat the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but I need the boxes to look the same for 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to highlight all those empty boxes I just made, hold the control button, press the C Charles. I've now copied it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come back over to the first here. I'm going to hold the control button, press V like in Victor. I've just now created the second week.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to repeat that until I have 5 of them.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. So zooming in even further so everybody can see it, there's your entire calendar. It's already been made. It's done. Except for your dates. That's the only thing you did. Okay. So I'm going to go back to 75% so we can work on them. I'm going to look at my calendar
For September.
The 1st of September starts on a Friday. We know there's 30 days in that month. So I'm going to come back over to the first Friday on the calendar. I'm going to hit a 1 and I'm going to move down to the second block. Now here's the problem. That 1 is all the way over to the right side. I need it to be all the way over to the left side like a traditional calendar would be. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go up to horizontal aligning and I'm going to push the arrow because I want it left sided. See, now my one's now on the left side.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to highlight this since I already know I got to move it over to here, which it already is. So the center, the horizontal alignment's done. I can put my 2 in there, and there you go. There's my second day. I can repeat the same process all the way through for all of these. And when there's a mistake, we'll come back and fix it. So I'm just putting all my dates in, following the calendar just like it would be. Whoops.
Gotta count first.
Oh, my birthday's going to be on a Monday.
Forgot to put my do not disturb. Sorry. Okay, can you hear me or not?
Yeah, you sound like...
I can't hear you. Gotta love that.
You sound like a robot.
Okay, go ahead and talk again.
Talk again.
I'm not hearing you. Oh, I hear you now. Now I hear you. Okay. I don't have my headphones on. I don't have my headphones on, so you got to bear with if I don't hear you. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to finish what I was doing. And again, it's pretty simple. I mean, I know people are not tech savvy. I get that. But really, the process is not that hard, and it's easy to walk through. And again, like you said, Tiffany, you now have a reference point to make the calendar by just watching the video.
Right.
So if you could do me a favor and verify for me the last day of the month, if it worked out correctly, should be Saturday of September.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Your calendar's all done.
Okay.
You're ready to go. Now that we went through that hard part, what days are you running your collaboration? If you're only going to go for 13 days.
After, it would be the 17th, starting the 17th for me.
After the 17th.
It would start the 17th. Just because my birthday is the 11th, and I don't want to be doing this on my birthday.
I get it. Oh, remember I said if there was something to fix, I'd come back and do it?
Yes.
You notice all my alignments off to the right side. I need it moved back over to the left side, okay?
Right.
So I'm just highlighting the entire row with those numbers and coming up to my alignment, and there. Now they're all set. That was the other thing I forgot to go back and do in here. So that's all I'm going to do is go set all those on the left-hand side. Okay, now they're all done. Okay. So you're saying the 17th. So here's where you need to decide. Are you strategically placing these channels 2 videos at a time in specific days? Or are you just doing first come, first serve? Are you doing, I'm just going down the list and putting them in?
Well, nobody said that they had to have a specific day, right?
Correct.
So let's start from the bottom and put the bottom one in the 17th up backwards.
Channel 30.
Yes.
Okay, but you have 2 a day. So what's the other number?
Channel 1.
So you want to do bookending them in is what you want to do. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. There. Okay. So then your next one would be channel 29 and channel 2.
Right.
Okay. And that's all you do, guys. That's how you go through it. You pick your process, you pick what you're going to do, and you just roll with it, okay? Now, I'm going to go back and look at which channels didn't want to do it because we haven't talked about that yet, okay? Because your numbering is going to be off for 4 channels.
So you want to pull up the other Excel sheet that we were originally on now that everybody knows how to create one?
Yes, I can do that because that's got our information, so that's a simple thing to do. So I'm going to close out of this. I'm going to go back into this. Just bear with me for a second. I'll get it brought back up.
Oh, what did you can, Christine? Ginger's been blowing her steam canner up every day. I swear, every day I walk down there, there's a brand new jelly. And I'm like, they taste so good. I mean, so good. She just made one, and I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't know if she did a video or not, but oh
Don't
my
let the secrets out.
man, that stuff was just like on point. Like you could taste everything in the jelly.
That's cool.
Yeah. The 2 videos she just put out, every time James is here, that smoker's running because I send him back home with meat and stuff for the week for him. But anyways, we put it on a salmon, a tuna steak, and 2 tenderloins. Woo!
Yes.
That stuff was off the hook, I must say.
It was well received, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was delicious. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to run through this real quick so I can bring us back to where we were. So bear with it, please.
You're fine.
So one of the things I will say while we're wasting time for me, remember we were just talking a little bit about having access from another person on the document. This is where it's really going to pay off, and I'll explain that here just in a minute. But I don't think a person really realizes it or understands it until you get to a point when you're creating the calendars or whatever it is, that you're working on at the moment. Can you look and see if we have any questions or anything?
Not yet. No questions.
Okay. And 30.
Okay, so she said it. It's basil jelly. Tony, that stuff, like, you can taste the basil in it. Like, you picked it off and ate it.
Right.
Like, tried it. Man, that crap was good. Because every time I go down there, there's something new on the counter. I'm like, I mean, she is a cannon fool with that steam canner.
But that's good. Now that you both have one,
yeah,
you better be rocking that stuff out.
Yeah, I have not used mine yet, Christine. Not yet. But I am going to. I got to go to the grocery store and get something. That she should have made a video on that one. That's because we were down there. She was like, "Well, what do you think about this?" And I tried it, and I was like, "Man, we could take some deer burgers, put it inside there with some onions, mushroom, because the basil's going to hit off on like a spaghetti type, Italian, and then cover that thing and baste it with like a bruschetta.
Ooh,
snap! And then
sounds good.
Yeah, throw some Monterey Jack or mozzarella over the top. Slap that crap in a Kaiser roll, and you got dinner. Okay.
Oh, you guys are funny. All right.
My mind runs on new recipes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up where we left off in the instruction of how to set up a calendar, bringing us back to the collaboration we're working on.
Okay. Real
What?
quick, Annie Tam just came in and Grace and Fire.
Birds
Hello.
And what?
Nanny Tam and Grace and Fire just came in.
Hello, guys. Thank you for coming in. Christine, I didn't say hi to you. I apologize. Thank you. I love that you guys are here. We are always trying to help whoever we can, and this is one of the ways we can do it. So we opted to do it. Okay. So, my friend.
Yes, one of those days we have to remove because didn't the 30th say no or something?
That's what I was going to have you do. The benefit of having somebody have access to the file as well is I can be on the calendar, and now Tiffany herself can hop over to the other page to find out what dates we're not putting in here, and then we would just go to the next numbers.
Okay, so change. Well, 30 is a not sure, so I would put a question mark beside that one.
Okay, so here's how I do this. This is me. When I have something, whether it's a red flag because the channel did something they weren't supposed to, whether a channel wasn't sure, I will go in and fill that square with a color. You use whatever colors you want, but mine for a not sure is usually orange. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put orange in there. I already know orange means I got a channel that I'm not sure about. Okay. But we'll come back to that because that's later down the road.
Okay. So the next one is going to be channel number 28 and number 3. They're both good.
They're both no?
No, they're both good. They're both good.
Good. Okay. So then we add those in and go ahead and look at the next one so we can just keep rolling.
Okay. So the next one is going to be channel number 4. I'm sorry. I'm having to mark this stuff. So I know.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Channel number 4. What are we at? 27?
27 would be your next one from the bottom.
Okay. Yeah. 27.
It's okay?
Yeah.
And channel 4.
So
okay.
The next is going to be 26 and 5.
Okay.
Then 6 and 25.
Okay.
Okay, the next one is going to be 8 and 24.
Okay. Channel 24 and channel 8. So just for explanation, that means channel 7 opted not to do it. So all she did was went from channel 6 to channel 8, skipping over channel 7 who didn't want to be involved.
So the next one is going to be 9 and 22.
Okay.
And then 10 and 21. Then 11 and 20. Then 13 and 19.
Okay. Meaning channel 12 is not involved.
I'm sorry, it's 12 is 12. I went ahead of myself.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
But that the benefit of that is you're reconfirming it. We wouldn't have caught that unless we had made a mistake later down the road. So catch it when you can, and that's the way to catch it, especially if you got somebody helping you go through this information. Sorry.
That's fine. So the next one is 13, right?
No. Oh, going up is 13, yes.
Okay, so it'd be 13 and 18, right?
Yes.
Okay. So after that is 14 and 17.
And then theoretically speaking, it should be channel 15 and 16.
Now 15 is going to be orange and 16 is a go.
Is a go.
Yes, they want
Okay.
to do it.
So channel 15 is a maybe, and channel 16 is a yes.
Okay. When you get done with that, can you click on the actual channel info? So
There
while
you
he
go.
was doing that, I was going through marking to make sure we had everything correct.
And that's the way you double check what you're doing. I'm glad you did that because I actually hadn't considered showing that. So that is wonderful. So
So,
15 is a maybe, 16
mhm,
was a go. So I need to go back to here and put in the color. Okay.
right.
That
Hmm.
way we need to work on those two channels to find out if they're going to do it. If they're not, then you need to make a decision. Do I just put only one video out, or do I need to go out and find two other channels to fill those holes? That's
Hmm.
something as the collaborator host, you need to decide. Okay.
Me personally, this is my own personal opinion because we have been through this multiple times. I would just go ahead and do backup videos for this situation.
And that's good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, or I would ask Tony or Ginger or Dale, hey, can you do one extra video just in case somebody is not able to? Yes, it is a spreadsheet for collab.
Yep.
Just in case somebody's not able, their internet's down or whatever, then we have, I could just call Tony or Ginger to go ahead and drop your video today.
Yep. Okay. So all I did, so there's the big look at it per 13 days or 14 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 days. So it's actually going to be a day longer than what we were thinking because we added the two not sures in there as why. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean, okay, so here's what some people would say let me say what I was going to say first. So the calendar is filled out in regards to channels that are participating. These big black lines I've got in there are to demonstrate we have no videos going out those days. So the
Right.
only dates to worry about are the ones that are open, as you can tell with channels in them.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other thing I was going to say. You have 2 videos a day. You now need to make another decision. Do I go ahead and cram in a live giveaway, if that's what you're going to do, on the 30th, or do I make it a different day altogether?
I would do it for the first or whatever the following day is, I guess.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that box, hold the control button, press the letter C as in Charles, and I'm going to come down under that one, and I'm going to hold the control button, press V like in Victor. It's created another box, but I got to change the date because
Mm-hmm.
that will be, according to our calendar we're showing, October 1st. Okay.
Yeah.
I would take out what you have there and I would type in live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's the other thing I would also do with that. Make sure your boxes are highlighted just for uniformity. But I would do the following. We're going to make that blue because that's your live stream day. You need to know what day that is on your calendar.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Your calendar for your collaboration, theoretically, barring the not sures, is done. It's set.
Right.
Now what
So,
we're going to do, go ahead.
so really the hardest part is going through everybody's channel
Yeah, it is, really.
and the live. The
Yep.
live for me would be hard.
Yes. So just to answer a question I see popping up, we are doing a mock collaboration to show from start to finish, excuse me, how we go about setting up a collaboration. We're only into week 2. We've made up our Tiffany, I should say. I'm just helping her do this in the sense of setting it up. Tiffany came up with Spice Timber, which is all about spices in the month of September. She sent emails out, mock emails out to channels that she went through and picked. got responses. Of those that came back, 26 were yes, 2 were not sure, and 2 were no's. Okay. Based on that, she decided, well, not having a full 30 days, I'm going to make it a 2-week collaboration and then go from there. She opted with the 17th as her start day. We were trying to make it so that her giveaway could be on the 30th, but because we added in the not for sure's, that pushed just 1 day more out. So she opted with October 1st for her live stream giveaway, chat, greet me, whatever it is that she ends up doing, which she can decide at a later date, but she needs to decide prior to putting her invitation email out to everybody. Okay. That's something we'll address not next week, the week after, just so everybody knows. So this series will be into our 3rd week of the series. It will not take place again until the 30th of July, just so everybody knows for after today. Next week is the 23rd, and on this channel, we're doing our $5 pantry challenge catch up. So,
Right.
Okay. All right. Is there any questions from you or them, meaning chat people, that need to be answered, or they didn't get a clarification, or they don't quite understand? I'm going to go ahead and drop this down so I can see.
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't have any questions. I was wondering if anybody in chat did.
Okay. If you guys have questions that didn't get answered or you're not clear on, please don't hesitate to email me or Tiffany. If she doesn't have the answers, she'll reach out to me and say, hey, I need help with this because I don't know, or I haven't done it, or something like that. So you can reach out. I'm assuming you're okay with that, Tiffany. Yeah, just reach out to us and we'll help you where we can.
You have a question?
Go ahead.
I was asking if Lynn had a question.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to tag this email to Glenda, because I mean, not email, but this video, because I struggle with creating a doc, but now I'm okay with it.
Okay, so Glenda is asking a question, and Lynn, go ahead and put your question in the chat box. We'll try to answer them. We still got 7-8 minutes, so we're fine. How do you determine who goes into each date, or is it random? Okay, so what Tiffany opted to do with her example, she went with, because she was putting 2 videos out a day, she went with the last channel and the first channel, and then just keeps on working on until she got to the middle, which was channel 15 and 16 for that last day. Okay. Other people.
The only reason I did that, though, is because nobody said I need this day.
Right.
If they would have done that, I would have had Tony put them in that particular day that they need, and then I would have done it the same way.
So there's multiple ways to do that. So that is one example of the way we did it today. Some collaborations I've done by a wheel. I'll put all the channels that said yes, and I'll just start on day 1, and I'll hit the wheel, and it'll pick them. I'll put them in, and then I'll go to the next one, and then I'll go to the next one on down the line. The other way to do it is first come, first serve in responses. I've actually went back and looked at emails and said, okay, this person said yes, they get the first day. The next person said yes, they get the next day, on down the line. It really comes down to what you as a channel wants to do. Okay, Lynn says, how do you figure out the size of the boxes? Lynn, that is just from practice and experience. That's what I do. Okay.
And you can manually stretch out the box.
Yes. Okay? You can make it.
Yeah. Right. Once you manually stretch it out to where you want it, if you right click on it, it's going to tell you the size.
Right.
Yeah, I like the wheel idea too.
And I like the wheel idea because it keeps it random, especially if you don't have channels that have specific dates they can or can't. It really makes it random. Now, you could still do the wheel. And like you said, Tiffany, we could have put in on the dates, okay, no Grace and Fire. Only Jamie's Country Living. We could have put those in there, not put their name in the wheel, and done random for all the rest of the spots. So You know, there's so many ways you guys can do these that it really, have fun with it. Don't make it boring or hard on yourself, really, because the more you make it complicated, the less you're going to enjoy doing it. Really is what it comes down to. So,
And then the doc is like, I'm telling you, the doc, especially if you got a co-host, geez, it makes it so much easier because
yes.
people email different people when there's a co-host, and each of you have access to it. So you just go in and put what you need to put, and they
Right.
can go in and see what's been done.
Okay, so I'm getting questions on how to color the boxes, so I'm gonna go back and bring that document up so I can show them. I gotta share screen. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in so you can see what I'm messing with, and I'm just gonna throw a color in. So I'm gonna go channel 27 on the 20th. Okay, they all of a sudden sent an email to Tiffany, said, you know what? Now that I've thought about it, I'm not sure that I can do this, but let me get back to you. So I highlighted the cell, which is in blue. I come up here to fill color, which is like a paint can with a drip of paint out of it. Click on it. And then just for this one, I'm going to put in this blue color. There you go. That's how you fill in the colors.
Now, if you click right click, because that box is still highlighted, and then you click where is the size of that cell?
It's not the cell that you're going to be able to do. Okay. It's the column or row. Okay. So I've now, okay, let me start over here. I've highlighted cell or row or column D. That's up and down. Okay. Right click on it. Right here is resize column.
So when you click that, it tells you what number it is.
Right. It is 231 pixels is what it is. Okay.
So
if I go in and put 300, watch what it does to the size of the cells. But it's going to be all the cells within that column. There you go. It made them bigger.
Now you can also wheel those in manually.
I can what? Sorry.
So up at the top, if you go to the right hand corner and click and drag it to the left, your cell.
Oh.
No. Up at the top. All the way on the number D.
Oh, up here. Yes. You can do those like that as well.
And if you want to create your own width, so Tony, make it small, then you would click back on the D and right click, and it's going to, when he goes to resize column, it's going to tell you what that number is. It's
141. Yeah.
So that's how you can do it manually or widthwise with the numbers.
Right. And I'm putting 231 in again because that's the one I have for all of them. So that's
right
what it is. Hello, Angela. Inquisitive Farm Wife has joined us.
Hello.
So there you go, guys. I mean, that's pretty simple. If you have any questions, I would say send them to me or Tiffany. If we do get questions, we'll answer those in the beginning of the next live we do in this series, which will be on the 30th of July. And have at it. So I want to thank everybody that came in. We're at our hour, so I'm winding down now. What we will do next is what we need to work on is getting the send out letter addressed.
Right.
But that's going to be a 4-part. I'm going to try to make it, if we can, I'd love to cram it all into the hour long next time. But it depends because you got to make our logo, got to make your thumbnail, and you got to write your letter. So
and that would be good for people to see how to do the logo and the thumbnail with Canva or whatever. They may not know about Canva, so it'll teach them that.
So for my own experience, I will be using Canva. You can use whatever you want, but just for me, that's what I use. So that's what I'll be showing. Okay. Um, and then we will use Google Docs again to do the email that will go out.
Right.
And the thumbnail can be made in Canva as well. So we'll do the thumbnail and the logo, and then we'll work on the letter, and then we'll move on to probably the week after. Now we need to email them. What should we do? And we'll do that in a separate one because that's a little more involved as well. So, you agree?
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody that came in. We appreciate it. Thank everybody that mod Tiffany. Thank you for coming in and helping with this. This is awesome.
This is fun.
All right, guys. See you later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.